Hi, everyone. Welcome to the No Questions Asked podcast.
Where we talk about topics that are near and dear to our heart.
This is our first podcast, so basically, you will just be getting to know a little bit about us and what this podcast is going to be about.
So please, if you enjoy or want to know more, follow us where you are comfortable listening to podcasts. This is a trigger warning. Some topics we do discuss will be very sensitive to some viewers, such as past trauma, self harm, or sexual assault, and other topics related to that. So please, if you are uncomfortable with such topics, skip ahead to a podcast episode where we do not discuss such things. Yay! So, welcome to the first episode of the No Questions Asked podcast. Are you excited, Pry?
I'm excited. I'm getting ready. Already like spilling tea everywhere.
We're going to spill so much tea.
Being a Leo and a Libra, that makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, we mishmash so much. Like, it's perfect, you know. So the No Questions podcast basically, it's not like we're not gonna ask any questions. Obviously, there are gonna be questions, which is a bit ironic to the name. But the truth is, what we wanted the No Questions podcast to be is basically a podcast where we can talk openly about certain things, probably some like private things about us, or maybe just talk about something casually with you guys, or just banter in between. So this is the first episode with me and Pry. There are going to be other hosts as well too, and we will have guests on as well. But the first episode, we're just going to have me and Pry, because we just kind of want to see a bit of how it goes. You know, just a bit of a practice episode. I think we might. Well, I'm pretty sure we are going to upload this, just to garner how you guys will take it in. But I'm just excited to get it started. What do you think, Pry?
I'm excited, honestly. Like, I want everyone to know that this is a safe space. If they want to listen and understand what we're going through, they're going through the same thing. If, you know, they find comfort in this, like, oh, someone actually knows what I'm going through, and it feels like I'm not alone in the world. Like, I completely understand that. Me and Sam both completely understand that. We've been through a lot, separate and together. We get it, guys. We're here for you, and we're here for each other.
Exactly, yes. So today we're just going to talk about, just some lighthearted things. We're not going to go into like the deep, you know, stuff yet. And I say yet because they're probably going to save that for a bit of like the later episodes. We will have a trigger warning at the beginning of all those episodes, just for anyone, just in case you aren't comfortable with such topics, because we are going to get into pretty like deep, you know, topics and everything like that. So we'll just start off. How was your week, Pry? What'd you do? How was your week? How's your week been?
Honestly, my week has been good. I went back to school. I'm starting classes again to get my degree and get my life together. I stayed at my friend's house for almost 2 weeks, just needing a break from home. And it was the break I needed because now I'm back home. And like, yeah, I missed everyone, but like, oh my God, it was like such a nice getaway from family. Like, I really needed it.
I mean, yeah, that's understandable because, yeah, like even though you're with like the same people for like a few days, it is great to have like a little break, even if it's like just for a few days too. You know.
How was your week, Sam? What did you do besides work, of course?
I mean, honestly, it was pretty good. You know, you obviously joined me for a bit, and I joined you guys for a bit in our Discord, and we talked for a bit. I streamed on Wednesday. I mean, my internet cut out like twice, which is something that's common. But, I've realized that I've like been complaining a lot, and I'm trying so hard not to complain, because like sometimes whenever you think about something, like you overanalyze something, but then you think about how you could have done it differently. I've always realized that I complain a lot, and like even though I'm trying to not complain that much, I still end up complaining anyways.
I don't think of it as
Yeah.
complaining because I'm trying to get out and like you know me. I usually bottle up my emotions, but I'm trying to be like more vocal
Yeah.
about them. I don't call it much complaining as I call it
Hmm.
venting or just relieving some stress. You feel me?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true, yeah. Oh, that's true. But what did you think of yesterday's games though? Because we did a stream yesterday on my Twitch, and I honestly think that we had so much fun yesterday. like it's been a long time since we all laughed together like that, you know, and like played some games together. So I think it was pretty hilarious yesterday, to be honest.
I just forget how competitive I really get with certain games. So if
Yeah.
you guys ever watch her streams or somehow find it, please know I'm not a really bad person. I just get very hyper and my anxiety just shoots through the roof, and I
It's
end
like
up.
what you said to that kid. You were like, I hope your mom.
Yeah, I told. Okay, so I was really angry because it was just me
Yikes.
versus the murder that we were playing against. And literally, I had like 10 seconds left, and everyone was telling me, like, go here, go here, go here. And I'm like, guys, I got it, stop. But I didn't want to be mean, so I didn't say anything. And I was just like, nah, I got 7 seconds left. You guys think I'm crazy. And basically, I won with time left because I survived, and he didn't get to kill me, he or she or they.
Oh
And I
my
basically
God.
said, yeah, I beat your ass. I hope your mom dies. I never said a what, but I just basically said it. And then I was like,
God.
wait. I like realized what I said instantly. I said, wait, I take it back. I don't mean that. And everyone was like, whoa, what the heck is going on? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, that was so hilarious. That instant, and then whenever we spawned into that new map, as soon as we said that, that's when James was like, "Oh my God," because like we had just finished another one, and like because we were all in a Discord call, obviously, and we were playing. I just realized we didn't give them the context of what we're playing. We're playing Murder Mystery on Hypixel. It's like a Minecraft server, and we were spawning into another map after we had just finished one game, and like I forgot. I don't remember who was killed, but as soon as that happened, like James was like, "Oh my God, I'm in a Discord call with monkeys," because we're all just like, oh, like, like,
Oh my God, no, because no. Okay, so that context before that, saying the Discord with monkeys, is because me, our friend Como, and our friend Alex, we were also playing Murder Mystery with. Basically, what had happened was we were at a hiding point for the murder to not get us, and there was a player just looking at us, and we were like, oh, okay, maybe they're just coming over to join us. And the detective shoots them, and they die, and the game's over. And we were just like, what? What? We were literally going, like, we were trying to breathe, but we were like so hyper because we were like, we almost died. And that was actually the killer.
No, but I just think that's so hilarious that's the thing that he said. Like, he could have said anything else, but he was like, I'm in a call with the monkeys. I was like, what the fuck, you? Like, why would you say that?
That was so funny because, like, me, Como, and Alex were all like, oh my God, he's kind of like coming over to us slowly, what the heck? And this person pulled up and was like, I'm gonna just, shoot him with a bow, and, and he died, and we were like, oh. Like, we were making those noises, and I was like, oh my God, we did sound like monkeys. Like, now that I think about it, and now that you bring it up again, we really did. Because me, Como, and Alex were doing that noise.
He that was some perfect ass timing though, the moment James said that, because I didn't think about it either, because I was doing that with you guys too. I was like, oh, what's wrong, and then he said that and I was like, fuck you. I had like no context. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy. Honestly though, we when we get into games, like when I play like certain games with them, like I don't know if they remember, but when I used to play Smite or Paladins, I would get very, very competitive.
So competitive.
But that was also because of you know who.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm pretty competitive too. I think all of us are like equally competitive, and it gets like really bad. Like Como, whenever we're playing like Bed Wars, he gets like super competitive. He's like, why'd you do that? Oh my God, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like I'm trying.
Yeah, he gets very angry. He's like, what, are you stupid or something? And I'm like, I'm sorry, God, okay, I'm so sorry. Like, he gets that kind of angry, but he also gets angry at himself, but he doesn't try to take it on us. Like, he takes it on himself, like, very much, and we're like, Como, you can't do that. And what happens is, like, that's his type of angry, but my type of angry is, like, I get so hyped and so angry at the same time. Like, I'm happy, but I'm angry happy. I'm like, yeah, I hope you die of this. And I'm like, wait, no, I'm just kidding. I hope you don't die of this.
Yeah, you're like, wait, backtrack.
Yeah, and then when we lose, I'm like, whatever, they're a hacker. And then when they, like, kind of get petty about it, because you know how people are like, haha, losers and stuff like that. And I was like, dang, that's not what your mom was calling me when I was banging her last night. Like, that's how poor I get. Like, I know how to push people's buttons to the point where they're like, okay, you're not worth it anymore.
Honestly though, at least you're not as toxic as some players on Valorant. Like when I was playing solo by myself, those people are hella toxic. They're like, you're so shit. Like, why are you even on here? And I'm like, dude, I'm a noob. I literally just started like a few days ago. Like, what do you want me to do? Be like ace at it? Like technically, like Valorant is like my first FPS game that I'm like actually taking seriously, because to be honest, I'm so sorry, Pry, I really didn't take Smite or Paladin serious at all. Like I was just kind of like, and I mean, well, they're not FPSs,
No,
but
they're like MOBA.
That's like, yeah, it's like a similar like dynamic to that, but like I myself am not into those kinds of games for some reason. Like I don't know, it's just like a weird thing. But like I'm really into Valorant. I really think Valorant's like a really good game, you know. So, and I've tried, yeah, I've started Apex, but I don't know how I feel about that one. But another highlight from last night was whenever Como was doubting the fact that our Tiger wasn't gonna fucking win, and we won first place. I'm still.
That was so funny because Alex was not helping me. She was helping, but she wasn't helping me in the way I wanted her to. And I was like, Alex, fill it in. We're going to do pixel art in a way, but we're not because it's going to come out 3D. And I was basically doing it on my own. And we got second place, but you guys got first place. And I was like, Alex, hype me up, high five. Like we were just hitting our Minecraft players together. Well, you and Como were like, yo, why did I Tiger win? What the heck? And you were like, I told you, in your face.
Exactly.
Boom, I was right. In your face, in your mom's face, in your brother's face.
Like, I was saying that more to Como, because Como was like, oh my god, the Tiger looks so ugly, like no one's gonna like it, we should have just done pixel art and everything like that. And I was like, nah, fuck that, pixel art is lazy, we're gonna do 3D, motherfucker. And then look what it did, it got us first place. So that's who I was saying it to. I was saying it to Como. I was like, see, in your fucking face, I fucking told you we'd get first place. Look at that, we got first place. What happened to an ugly ass Tiger, huh? We ended up having the best Tiger there, first fucking place. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. I don't know. Like, I thought it was so funny. But you were on a winning streak, actually, because you had us on your team.
Yeah,
like, we won one together, you and Como.
Oh my god.
You and Alex. Yeah. And I think you and Alex won another one as well.
Yeah, we won the hot air balloon, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, I tried that one, but Brian was not helping me whatsoever.
Yeah, no. I think I technically won almost all the time with each and every one of you guys.
Basically, I think the only one you didn't work with was James.
No, I worked with James, but I didn't win with him.
You didn't even get ranked top 3?
We didn't. We got ranked 15th.
Oh my god. I feel like that's what me and...
I don't know, I have to go...
We'd have to...
I feel like I have to go look back at the highlights because I'm not sure. But from what I remember, I won with the majority of you guys. And I think with some of them I didn't win.
Yeah, that's fair. I won a bunch... Like, I didn't win. Like, the one I got first place for was mostly me and Como. But the other ones, I got, like, top 3. I know that. Like, for each one I kept getting. I know me and Brian for the hot air balloon, we got 3rd. Because you and Alex, I think, won that one.
I think we did.
But I don't... Yeah, you guys did win first place, but I think me and Brian got 3rd or 5th.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I know there was one, I think, like, right before we stopped, where we all just got, like, not even close. Like, we got ranked so badly. I was like, sheesh. So bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so honestly, like, it was so...
It was crazy. And then our Dead by Daylight was pretty fun as well. If my, laptop wasn't overheating as crazy as it was.
Yeah. Hey, but at least you still got to play with us, you know.
That is true.
That's all what matters, to be honest. Yeah. I think we were playing Dead by Daylight. Yo, Mia's, like, the Huntress, though. So ace. Like, oh my goodness. Dead by Daylight. I played the Huntress. We played we played a matched one before that, but I'm just talking about the one where we were playing with us. Yo, like, I don't know, I guess we were just lagging pretty bad, but like no one saw me as I was trying to go up to kill them. But I ended up at the top. I killed everybody. That was great. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I would recommend anyone who has Minecraft, and if you don't have Hypixel as a server, please play it. It's fun playing Murder Mystery.
Yeah.
It's fun playing Bed Wars, even though I get very, very anxiety induced over it because of past trauma playing with certain
Yeah.
people in my life. But honestly, I do want to make new memories playing with my friend here, Sam, Como, and Alex, where we're just in a team, like, rocking it out. Like,
Yeah.
we all met through Minecraft, so it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, even though we don't play it as often, and sometimes when we do, then we do play it a lot, but it just depends. Minecraft is basically, like, the heart of us. If it wasn't for Minecraft, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have met, like, at all, to be honest. Because I don't think that we all play enough games in common with each other to the point where we would have met online like that. And I feel like Minecraft in general is like a really good like community game, especially when it comes to like meeting new friends and everything, you know.
Yeah, I really do believe that. Like, take a look at the Dream SMP. Like, I'm just using them as an example. Like, all of them basically played through Minecraft, or
Yeah, no, that
majority of them played different games with other people.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, Carl, Tina, and Bad and George were all playing Genshin Impact. Sapnap's been playing Resident Evil 8, which I really do love. I really want to get it to play it myself.
You can play it yourself. I'll watch you, but I'm not ever gonna play that kind of game by myself. No, thank you.
Tall lady.
Tall
Big
lady
will always
big
be the reason I play Resident Evil 8.
But yeah, no, I would definitely say that Minecraft is definitely like the heart of us. I think it's been what, like 6 years now, 6 7 years. No, I think it's been 6 years because I graduated like 6 years ago.
Yeah, it has been 6 years. I remember you were still in high school when we played, but I was also in high school, and we're only a couple years.
I don't think I was in high school when I started playing with you
No,
guys.
I know you graduated after.
It was after because I think I had graduated already at that time.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, Coco's.
I know you were trying college out, but then you ended up not doing it because you were like,
yeah.
it's not for me.
It ended up not being for me. I mean,
And don't worry, we don't shame anyone here. Like, sometimes we'll joke around with her if you guys ever watch her videos, or, you know, we give that out, and like, or on this podcast, I really do not care if you choose to go to college or not. Whatever works for you, however you're making money, however you're living your life, you do you. If you're happy what you're doing right now, or, you know, it's getting you by, do it for you. That's the only reason you got to do it for.
Yeah.
Not for anyone else. Not for anyone else's approval. You got to do it for you.
Yeah, no, definitely. Don't think that, you know, you would have to because someone or your parents are telling you. And to be honest, college really is not for everybody. Some people just really it's just harder for them to like stick with college and stuff like that. And I'm honestly one of those people. I'm not saying that like I don't regret it, but at the same time, like I actually feel better that I didn't do it because in general, I think that it's better that I stayed out of it and everything. And if I do ever at some point in my life want to go back, it'll be fine, you know. I think at that point when if I do ever go back, I'd probably be more comfortable and more ready to take it on mentally, I believe. But you know, like ever since I got out of high school, I don't think I was ever I always thought about it because, you know, it's been drilled into us ever since we were kids that we would go to university as soon as we finish high school. But to be honest, some people don't know and sometimes aren't ready for college, to be honest. So that's why if you have the chance to be able to take like a gap year, like I would suggest taking it. Or if you just feel like, you know, college just isn't for you at all and you just want to go straight into the workforce, then I'll encourage you to do that as well, you know? There are other ways for us to learn and get education that doesn't have to be through like the typical, you know, ways. And there are other multiple ways to like be able to learn or pick up new things. So that's definitely one thing that I'll say.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's not for everyone. Like she said, you can literally wait till you're like 32 years old or 40 or 50. It does not matter. Yep. I've seen people of any age attend my college classes when I first started because they were like, yeah, I'm just trying to finally get my life. And not everyone's life is planned out. Not everyone goes to college immediately after graduation. I did that. I regretted it, to be honest, because I spent so much money on classes that I didn't even know what I wanted to do. And now I do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and some people can't afford it, which is understandable too. You know, there's no point in um being able to like putting yourself in so much debt that you can't like afford that. And like and from your perspective, from what I've seen and from others that are around me that go to college or have left college already and graduated, like they're still paying off their student loans. And like that's always a thing that is like constantly like worrying them, you know. And like, and not to say that I don't worry, because I didn't go to college, there are still several things that I still worry about and everything like that, but like definitely that's like one thing that I'm kind of glad that I don't have to worry about.
Exactly. Like I don't have any more student loans. Like I finished paying mine off this year around January, and I was kind of happy. I owed 5,000. I paid that off within 2 years, which they told me it would take about 4 years,
Ooh.
depending on the plan I was getting. But I was like, nah. I'm so strict on paying bills on time that it scares me. Like if I do not pay a bill on time, I get so worried that I'm like, nope, I have to pay it now.
Yeah. But what were we talking about before? We were talking about Dead by Daylight, and then what
Talking
else?
about the games we play.
Because I feel like we just
Yeah,
kind of.
this is gonna happen a lot, by the way. Sometimes we're gonna have like
Yeah.
a kind of, not gonna lie, we're gonna have like a script ready to like, you know, stay on topic of things and everything. But hey,
Yeah.
podcasts are supposed
Because
to be
I
talked
mean,
about anything at this point, unless you're
yeah.
certain.
Yeah, to be honest. And this is our first episode too, so and some of it might be cut out because there might be like long pauses between us, because not gonna lie, between the both of us we kind of space out sometimes.
That
So
is very true. I'm pretty sure that I
yeah.
was diagnosed with ADD, but I'm pretty sure it got worse because everyone tells me like, "Are you sure you don't have ADHD?" I was like, "Well, I went to a doctor and she says mine wasn't as bad as my sister." So, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that we're gonna talk about a lot, is like our any mental illnesses or things that we think that are going on with us and stuff like that. Because to be honest, I have no idea what the heck is wrong with me, but I know there's something wrong up there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, hey, no one's perfect. Nobody has nothing like no anxiety, no insecurities, no depression. Like
Yeah.
everyone has something, a little bit of something in them that's wrong with them, or they consider wrong with them. Because honestly,
Yeah, no, definitely.
because honestly, I consider myself, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, I have insecurities. But hey, I'm getting one day closer to loving myself a little, to not being sad all the time, to being more calm and relaxed. Like, you know, it's a process, and everyone takes their time with it. Some people heal overnight, some people take years, some people never heal, and that's okay, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Because just because you think there's something wrong with you, there isn't. That's you, and you may think you're a lot for people, but honestly, you're not. Those people who love you and stand by you are the ones that actually care about you. And I promise you, I never thought this, but I'm gonna get a little sensitive right now, or like a little sappy, but I never thought that I'd be friends with, you know, Sam, Como, Alex for so long that it's like, wow, we're best friends over the internet, but now I don't even consider you guys best friends anymore. I consider you family. Like, it's crazy. 6 years we've been gaming with each other. Como and Alex a little bit less because we didn't meet them till after. But still, you know, like, it's crazy how the world works, because even though we all live quite a distance from each other actually, we still make time to, you know, not only hang out with our friends here that live near us or are, you know, in the same state or country as us, but we still make time for each other to chat, play games, like as nothing's ever changed. And that's just crazy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like we treat each other like, you know, like as if we're best friends that are like right next door or anything. But yeah, no, I feel like we definitely treat each other like we're just like best friends next door. I feel like there's nothing really different between us. Like sometimes, like AKA me, sometimes to be honest, we're really bad at communicating at some stuff, because like Pri mentioned before, I like to bottle up things as well.
Even though I try to get it out of her.
We don't really talk to each other as much whenever stuff like that happens on, I guess you can say, our bad days. But the thing is that we're also understanding about it. And like, even though we may not talk about everything with each other, we still do at least like talk to each other to comfort each other or something, you know. And that's kind of basically the premise of this podcast, and also why I wanted to talk about it more, because we, as our friend group, I just wanted them to be able to share a little bit of an experience of, you know, how, I guess, like, they're feeling as well too. Does that make sense? I don't know. So this podcast is not just going to be me and Pride, like I mentioned previously. It's going to be all of our friends, some of them as guests and the rest as hosts, because I want them to be able to share their experiences. They each have their own different point of views and everything like that, and I just want them to share and talk about that as well too.
Whether it be, you know, about sensitive topics, shows we've watched, whether it be cartoons, anime, certain games we've gamed with, like, we want it to be a free for all space for like anything we can talk about. Like I said, with no questions asked. We do like to mention we are not trained, you know, therapists or anything.
Yeah,
so
no, we're not.
If we do invite people, eventually later on in the future, if this, you know, if, and I quote it, if this becomes like an increased well-known podcast, that I want everyone to know that this is a safe space for them, and that if you ever need to let anything out or vent or just blow off a little steam or just cry it off a little, and you want someone to be there to comfort you a little and to, you know, hear you out, Sam knows I like listening to other people.
Yes, definitely.
Sometimes it can be a good thing, sometimes it can be a bad thing. I like listening to people because I understand what it's like to be told, hey, your opinion and your problems aren't important, and that's wrong. Like, I learn now, like, that's wrong. That I get there are other people dealing with worse things, but at the same time, we're talking about me, and this is my life right now. I'm not saying I'm not worried about other people.
Yeah, and that doesn't, you know, that doesn't mean that anything that you're going through shouldn't matter or anything either. Like, obviously it does. And if people were to say, you know, there's people going through worse stuff, you know, you really shouldn't push your own self aside and be like, well, yeah, okay, there are, you know, I shouldn't think about myself anymore. Like, don't keep that train of thought, honestly, because that's just something that will put you into a bit of a deeper hole, you know.
Exactly. Like, never be afraid to express yourself, whether it be through art, through music, something healthy for you. Like I said, we will put trigger warnings in this, how me and Sam used to solve our problems, and kind of still do, kind of still not do, whether it be healthy or not healthy. Like I said, no questions asked podcast, because we want everyone to know, like, hey, we're here for you, and you're not the only one going through this. We understand. Or we will try to understand and give you the advice we best can.
Yeah, exactly. I think what I want to be the motto of this podcast is that, you know, you can come here, let everything go, no questions asked. You know, like that's the point of the name of this podcast, is that it's no questions asked. Like, we won't care anything about, you know, what you bring and what you want to talk about or anything like that, because we understand. You know, we all go through things, and sometimes we just don't want people to talk to us at all. You know, we just want people to listen. And so that's basically the point of this podcast. And I really hope that you guys do end up enjoying and listening for more, you know. But I think this is near the end of the podcast. Thank you for all those who are listening. Thank you, Pry, for coming on as as one of the hosts for this one. I can't wait for us to make many more.
Thank you, Sam, for, you know, having me, and for you being here as well doing this. I'm like excited to see what this brings, to be honest. Yeah. I hope there are people that we can help or cheer up, or, you know, relieve some of that pain and stress that they're going through.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm so glad that we are friends, and that we also have other friends as well too, who are going to be talking about any and all things that they are comfortable with. I just do want to let everybody know, and I just want to stress this, that any information that they share and talk about, we're not forcing them to. This is only if they're comfortable talking about it. And that's why, like, we're not gonna force them. If we want to talk about other random things, that's what we'll talk about. This is just, like Prize mentioned, it's a safe space. We're not gonna force anyone to do anything or say what they don't want to say. We're literally, like, legitimately no pressure at all. I feel like I should just stress this, you know what I mean, because we're going to talk about such, like, sensitive topics.
No, exactly. Yeah, we're just making the room clear that we're not forcing any of our friends. Whatever they feel comfortable talking about, whether it be relationship, the world, society nowadays, what's going on in our world today, what's going on in other countries, or what's making them happy, what's making them sad. Like, this is a safe space for them, and this is just for you guys to understand, like, hey, I feel this way too. Like, it's just completely free, and to let a little weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, so I just want to say, if you were enjoying the podcast, or you want to hear more, can you tell them where they can find us,
Sure, Sam. So you guys can either find us on YouTube and subscribe, follow us on Spotify, or listen in on through other podcasting media shares that you guys feel comfortable listening to us with.
Yeah, so thanks so much for listening, and we will chat with you guys soon.
Peace out.